Hello and welcome. Welcome to $1 Million Relationships Meditation. I'm Danielle Storey, and thanks for being part of my tribe, my community, and my world. This is a meditation that I do regularly. It's one that I use when the fears inside me or the voices inside me get a little bit loud. And it's one that helps me to distinguish between what's good for me and what's slowing me down. Because I believe very strongly that we can't always eliminate those thoughts or fears or voices in our heads. I believe that they are actually there to help us. Sometimes they keep us humble, other times they keep us safe, and other times again they keep us connected to the people around us. And I think that's really important in all of the relationships that we have. The trouble for me comes when those voices or those doubts or those feelings grow and grow and grow and I don't address them. So this meditation, the bus meditation, is designed to help me and by extension help you simply have a listen to what the voices are trying to tell me, and then ask them to perhaps take a bit of a back seat. So let's kick into it. When meditating, it's really valuable to find a space where you can sit comfortably. Some people like to lie down, although there is a risk that you can fall asleep. But I've known many meditators that have fallen asleep to meditations and got some really great value out of them. So if that's your preferred way, you can find a nice place to lie down. As a meditator, I'm never bothered by external noises or people interrupting me or something that takes my attention away, because I think that's life. So it's nice to find a place where you can gently have no interruptions, but more often than not there's something that'll come up. So just acknowledge them as you hear them, or respond as you have to, and know that you can easily drop yourself back into the meditation. You can simply just take a deep breath, right from the top of your head, and feel it all out, right down to the bottom of your toes and fingers. And then you can go on to where you were before. So take another deep breath and imagine that it fills you with wonderful energy, and then gently, as you get to the top of the breath, you curl it out and down and around. I like to think of my breath as an ongoing figure eight. It curls up when we come in, and then it doesn't stop, it just gently rolls over like a waterfall down and out, right down to the bottom where you can feel the breath just transitioning from an out breath into an in breath. And you can imagine it as a figure of eight. That in, curl over, roll down, curl around, come in, pull in, move up, curl over. And you just breathe at your pace. They don't have to be deep breaths. Over time they just soften off to a gentle in and a gentle out. Breathing is such a powerful way to manifest, to calm, to ground, to attract. The simple act of conscious breathing is something that brings us so much more than we can imagine. You might now like to think that you're breathing, instead of it going in your nose or in your mouth, you might like to think of it as breathing in through your solar plexus, breathing out through your solar plexus, as though it was coming in through the front of you. You might like to imagine that it is breathing out through the back, breathing back in through the back, and breathing in and breathing out through the center of your body. You might like to imagine that you can move that center of breath to anywhere in your body. Perhaps your heart space. Breathing in as though it's coming in through the center of your chest. Breathing out so that it flows out from the same place. Breathe it in from behind you so that it comes in from the center of your back. And breathe it out so that it releases from the same place. Over time, you feel as though your whole body is breathing in through every cell, taking in that peace and calm, and then breathing out, letting go of tension, letting go of tightness, letting go of discomfort. When you're ready, bring your attention to the visualization that you have behind your eyelids. Imagine that you can see in front of you a road. I want you to imagine that you can see this road very clearly. Even if you don't actually see it, tell yourself that it's there. I want you to imagine that around you forms a great big bus and you're the driver of the bus. Can you feel the leather under your seats, or perhaps it's another material? Can you feel your hands on the wheel? In your meditation, you're a competent driver of the bus. In fact, you know it really well and you're very, very comfortable. Imagine that you can feel the vibration of the bus as it's rumbling, and you can see the road ahead of you. Imagine that you can see that you've put the bus in gear and you're travelling down the highway. You're getting a little bit faster and a little bit faster. What do you see on either sides of your highway? It's a nice, straight, safe road for you to accelerate. Down each side of the road you can see that there are lines. There might be white lines, or there might be yellow lines, or there might be any colour in the world. And they're the lines that keep your bus on the road. As you're driving along, you look in the rear vision mirror, and the passengers on your bus, they're all people or beings or creatures or animals, and they're all the voices inside of you. You can easily see and drive at the same time. You can easily see them in your rear vision mirror, and you can see who's happy, who's playing, who's chatting quietly. Bring your attention now to the loudest voice on the bus. Can you see who it is? Is the sound comfortable or uncomfortable? What's happening in your world today that voice on your bus is starting to get louder and louder? You see in front of you as you're driving the bus that your lines on either side of the road grow bigger and bigger, wider and wider and closing in on your road space. To be careful, you slow your bus down a bit. And soon you find that the lines on the side of the road correlate with the noise behind you in the bus. And ever so gently they become speed bumps. Bumps that cause you to slow down and almost come to a stop. That voice behind you in your bus, in your head, is asking you to listen. Just up ahead you see a park, a lovely shady spot for you to pull in your bus. You pull over and open the doors and climb your way out of your seat. Feel the bus floor under your feet. Turn and face all of you, all of your voices. Love them, for they are there to keep you safe. They are created to give you boundaries. You created them so that you could be reminded of things. They're all a part of you. And with no desire to eliminate any of the voices, you just want to ask the loudest voice to come and have a chat. Invite them to temporarily step off the bus with you and wander into the park and feel the ground under your feet. Feel your clothes as they move as you walk. Feel the grass. And find somewhere to sit. Perhaps a blanket might be there, or a piece of play equipment, or just directly on that beautiful grass. Invite that voice, that being, that manifestation of whatever it is that's slowing you down right now. Invite it to come and sit with you. And when comfortable, ask, "So, what do you want me to know?" Sometimes you'll have a direct answer. Other times there'll be a memory, or there'll be a conversation, or perhaps a little fear might pop up. I want you to imagine that you're having this conversation. I want you to play with it. Imagine. Ever so gently reassure that voice that they are important to you, that they were created for good reasons at good times. Thank that voice for being part of who you are. Invite it to see the positive nature of what it does for you. See inside its heart space the absolute light of love. See the sparkle of perfection. And now ask the voice if perhaps it could let you move more quickly towards your goal, bearing in mind its warnings or its thoughts, its fears. Tell it that you need it on your journey, like those white lines on the road. You want to travel fast. You want to embrace your journey. You want to move towards destinations and forward through experiences. Promise that you'll listen when the voice has something to say, but ask for its help, to be gentle with you, to not hinder you, to minimize the speed bumps. And when you're ready, you can stand up and return to the bus, drawing with you that voice, welcoming it back into your world. You watch it move down the aisle, high-fiving a few of the other voices, happy and peaceful. You close the doors of your bus and sit back down and feel the seat underneath you. Feel your hands on the wheel. Start it up again and pop it into gear and move back down your highway. And now your highway is a large road, and it still has those lines down either side, but they're small and they don't hinder your way. Feel your foot under the accelerator. You are a trusty, safe, accelerated driver of this bus that you own. You look back in your rear vision mirror and you see the voices. They're happy, they're supportive, they're important, and they know that you're prepared to listen. And their reward to you is the ability to be heard and then let go. Sit quietly in the background until needed again. That gift that we have to connect us with the people we have our relationships with, our tribes, our communities, allowing us to stay here on earth, to stay connected, to stay real, to hold on to the essence of who we are and everything that we have created. Everyone on your bus is important. Look forward now through the windscreen to your future. See it shining ahead. See your next goal being achieved. Now you can pull back ever so gently and imagine again that you see this image on the back of your eyelids. You become aware again of your body, seated or lying wherever you are, in your day, in your night, right now. Feel what you are resting on. Feel your fingers and your toes and give them a little wiggle. Feel yourself anchored to the ground when you're ready to stand. Take a breath in through your nostrils and release it out, back connected to the world you're in. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, feeling more peaceful and calm than you were earlier. It's really important now that you take the time to have a glass of water, perhaps some healthy food, something to ground you back out, And make sure that you're very grounded and very aware and not still stuck in that beautiful meditation space if you're going to drive or move about in places. I wish for you wonderful success, and I wish for you incredible clarity about what goes on inside of you, your relationship with yourself. Thank you for taking part in $1 Million Relationships meditation. May you be blessed.